Now, when you write in your Mail and Guardian piece and now in your big issue piece, you are taking us through a day in the life of, almost. You get there and go out onto the scene with these experts. So tell us what a typical day would have been like when you were on assignment.
It was divided up. So what I would do is I'd spend most of my weekends following the forensic officers, which are the staff that visit crime scenes and collect the bodies, and they also have to do reports while they're there. They're effectively seen as the ears and eyes of the forensic pathologists. So they need to gather information and the bodies radio in where the crime scene is, take photographs and reports. And so I'd go with them to visit the crime scenes. It was mostly the, excuse the pun, graveyard shifts from 6 in the evening until 6 in the morning. And that was quite harrowing, actually, just from a reality check. I mean, it's one thing to read statistics on crime, but over these nights, I'd watch the bodies slowly mount up, and on a busy night, they can have up to 15 collections, and that's it's quite something to experience. Understanding that these deaths are being caused by one person inflicting themselves upon another. So that would happen in the evenings, and then generally early in the week on a Monday or Tuesday, I would then go and sit in the Salt River Forensic Services where the autopsies were being conducted, and this is when you really see the amount of work that these specialists are working with. On average, a pathologist will do 3 postmortems in a day, and that's all done before 11 o'clock, before the viewings and screenings have come, where they have to start identifying the bodies. Families have to come and identify the bodies, and then from there, it's after that they go on and they do all of their reports and paperwork, where they have to document all the findings that they have found. And this is the real important document, because this is what will hopefully be or have an opportunity to be presented in court, which will then seek the justice that we're trying to find.
Right, actually that's the important thing to remember. It's that these people are essentially putting together pieces of a puzzle of a crime, really, and this needs to now be shown before a judge.
Yes, that's correct. That's the whole purpose of it, is to seek justice and I suppose closure for the families as well.
Now, Damien, you're a photographer and a freelance writer, and you're dealing with very, very grisly content, essentially, and you're being exposed to it daily, well, when you were on assignment here. How did you manage to stay composed, or did you?
Yes, I did. I suppose I've been doing this for a while, so I've got experience in being around this kind of environment, which helps. Personally, for me, I find the important thing is to not get lost in one aspect of life. So I mean, what I was experiencing here is very much a reality, and it's a reality that I think most people are quite removed from. But what I try to do once I have been in those situations is make sure that I debrief properly, and I see the other happier side to life as well.
Now, you've written a piece for the Mail and Guardian, that came first, and now this expose in the big issue. What is next for you?
Building on this work, I'm very excited to do a piece that looks at the role of the expert witness. This is someone who is recognizes the top of his game, and in theory he should be working for the court, because in science there can only be one answer, and but I find there's a complication that comes in, because the expert witness is generally called on by either the prosecution or the defense, and how questions are asked in court can either use or abuse this person's position and knowledge. And I'm very interested in looking at who these experts are, and the role they play, and how this can either make or break a case.